Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this problem based on the concepts of vector addition. So as per the problem, two non-zero vectors a and b are such that the magnitude of a plus b is equal to the magnitude of a minus b. And we have to show that a and b must represent the sides of a rectangle. So the first step here is to add and subtract these two vectors to find out what do they represent. So we are given two non-zero vectors a and b, so we can draw them like this. So let's assume this is vector a, and let's assume this is vector b, and they are a certain angle away from each other. So there is this angle theta between them. We have to add these two vectors a and b. So for vector addition, we can use the parallelogram rule. So the first step is to arrange these vectors in tip to tail format. So we can draw a vector from the tip of vector b which has the same magnitude as vector a and has the same direction, vector a. And now we can complete the parallelogram by drawing the fourth side, which represents vector b, because it has the same magnitude and same direction. Now we can label the corners of this parallelogram. So as per the parallelogram law, the diagonal AC represents the sum of vectors a and b. So this diagonal can be labeled as vector a plus vector b, and diagonal bd can be labeled as a minus b. So if I draw a vector like this, so this vector from D to B will be vector A minus B. So this is a very important concept you need to understand about vector addition using parallelogram method. Now as per the problem, the magnitude of vector A plus B is equal to the magnitude of vector A minus B. Now magnitude of A plus B represents the length of diagonal AC. And the magnitude of A minus B represents the length of diagonal BD. So this is a very important concept you need to understand and memorize. So as per this given vector statement, the length of diagonal AC should be equal to the length of diagonal BD. So now we have to figure out what shapes have diagonals that are the same length. So the two shapes that come to my mind that have diagonals that have the same length are square and rectangle. Now, a square is a four-sided shape in which all four sides have equal length. So that means from these two vectors a and b, if it represents a square, then the magnitude of a should be equal to magnitude of b. But that's not the case. We are not given that information. And since we are not given that information, we cannot assume that that should be true. So therefore, these two vectors cannot represent the sides of a square. So this is not possible. A magnitude should be equal to vector B magnitude, but it's not given to us that these two vectors have the same magnitude. The only possibility here will be that these two vectors A and B represent the sides of a rectangle. Why? Because in a rectangle the diagonals have the same length and the adjacent sides are not equal to each other. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.